incredibly generous and devoted in keeping her family together, yet still holding on to her own individuality, and someone who cultivates that sense of oneness through different experiences?
That's a pretty loaded question, primarily because there is no singular idea of being an Indian woman. Actually, there are many of us in each one of us. It's a plurality that's coded in by the pantheon of goddesses that we are brought up with, by society, by tradition, by convention, by family values. More so today, because the meaning of being an Indian woman, if anything, is multiplying. Increasingly, it feels more and more like being in negotiation with many parts of me.
Today, it's what it means to me. It's all about acceptance of my roots and culture, while constantly evolving my worldview.
And I almost feel like I have to be a brand ambassador, representing my country. And I always like to display the best about India.
It's about being versatile. You can be who you want to be, you can do what you want to do. You don't have any boundaries that were defined for you before. You're allowed to define yourself the way that you want today. And you're not restricted to any one identity. That's what I mean by versatile, because you're not expected to be just a homemaker or just a woman who works. It's not about conflict between these identities for me. It's about being able to do exactly what you want, constructing your life the way that you want.
That I don't let go of my traditional values, don't forget my culture, and at the same time absorb what is new around me.
As an Indian woman, you're always playing some version of yourself. In fact, I really wonder when Indian women are actually being themselves.
Generations have changed India a lot, especially in the past couple of decades. I think the biggest change is that my mum and my grandmom didn't have the power to construct their lives the way that I do. One could possibly say that they didn't have a choice in the kind of things they wanted to do with their lives, and for me, I don't have to make a choice because I feel like I can have more than one identity and I can do more than one thing with my life.
Growing up, I felt being an Indian woman meant less freedom in lifestyle, curfew times, restrictions on dating, things that I could not do, which is different from perhaps other teens all around the world.
In each generation, I'd say it has meant being a bit of a superhero. For my grandmother, this was about being completely selfless. She tells me stories of how, as a young daughter-in-law of a very vast joint family, she used to cook for everybody. And at the end of it, have little left to eat quite often, except some rice and pickle. And she never resented this, she never questioned it. I feel when I hear these stories that society designed her to be selfless. When I consider my mother, I feel that society designed her to compromise. She's a woman of much capability, many talents, but she deprioritized all of these for family, husband, kid. When I consider women like myself, I feel our superhero-ness in being Indian women is for the first time in dealing with a sense of self. This is a very new notion in Indian society for Indian women, and to be honest, it can be a lot to deal with.
I do cradle the pressures of being an Indian woman in another country, especially because I sense that there's some amount of impression to upkeep and sustain.
I know for a fact that along the way I have lost some of my Indianness, good or bad, I don't know. How do I integrate it? I guess religion, celebrate certain holidays in a certain way. You don't want to forget it, you don't want to lose it. And I feel if I do forget it and if I don't do it, I kind of lose a part of myself, my identity. I do it in the hope that my children one day understand their culture.
But there are some things, as in, I will always obey my parents. My parents have always made it a point that I must always consult with them before I do anything or make any decisions in life, and that will continue to be so. So listening to my parents.
I'm a bit shy at first dates. I don't think that sex is the first thing on my mind when I meet someone interesting. I'm more trying to suss them out to see whether there's any partner potential. That is very Indian.
I have a nose ring, and that's sometimes construed as being Indian.